Kia ora guys, welcome. We're about to break down the big card. It's in Las Vegas this weekend, UFC 255. We'll be looking into the card. We'll start from the bottom to top, and we'll get into it, make some picks. Louis Corsco is fighting Palatinkov. We'll get these short and sweet. I'm going with Corsco. He's 7-0, undefeated. Very strange. His opponent, 1-fight win streak, 5-2 record. So very strange signing at all from the UFC. So I'm going with the undefeated Corsco via unanimous decision in this one, and he's paying only $1.20. So quite a heavy favorite in the first fight. Second up, Kyle Daukaus, 9-1, fights a fellow American, Stoltofus, 13-1. Two Yanks going at it. Middleweights, Daukaus, again, going with the favorite, coming off a one loss, but he's undefeated, 9-0 up until that point. So I'm pretty confident he'll be able to turn that around. And I'm going him also via unanimous decision. Next up, Alan Jouban, one of my favorites, incredible striker, fighting Jared Gooden in this one. I'm picking Alan Jouban, very tidy striker. He's always one of my favorites to watch. Very defensively sound, and generally gets the job done when the fight stays on the feet. So I'm picking Alan Jouban as well via unanimous decision in that one. So that's 3 picks up. That one's a little closer. He's paying $1.65 head to head in that one. Moving forward, Nicholas Dolby fighting Daniel Rodriguez. So Dolby is a very strong grappler from Norway, coming off a one fight lose streak, but he'll be looking to turn things around. Rodriguez, though, he's running quite the streak. 9-fight win streak for Rodriguez. So the momentum is definitely on his side, and so we'll be siding with Rodriguez for that one. Next up, so we have the sister of Valentina Shevchenko, who's in the co-main event later on. But this time, Antonia Shevchenko is fighting Ariane Lipsky. Shevchenko started very strong in her UFC career, and she's 1-2 in her last 3 fights. Her last fight was a loss against Caitlyn Chookagian, and she also had a loss against Roxanne Modafferi. So she'll be looking to turn things around against Lipsky. Lipsky's on a 2-fight win streak leading into this fight, finishing Luana Carolina via first round submission. So very strong grappler, and I'm siding with Lipsky. I feel like she'll be able to get the takedown against the cage, smother Shevchenko, and stay on top throughout that one. So that's our first underdog of the day. Lipsky's paying $2.27, so look out for that one head to head. Next up, we've got Quinn Buckley. So if you don't remember, it's the most viewed knockout, or the highest viewed highlight of the year, or of all time. Quinn Buckley with the spinning back kick win. His opponent caught his kick, threw a spinning back kick, knocked him up. So here we're looking to continue that momentum and building his name. He's that's a 1-fight win streak for him, and he's fighting the undefeated Jordan Wright. So he's going to have to stop some pretty incredible momentum coming into this one. But I just feel like the striking and the explosiveness of Buckley will get the job done. And I'm siding with Buckley via knockout in this fight. Now, a fight we talked about quite in depth when I had Kai France on the show, because they're 2 former opponents of his. Brandon Mourinho fights Brandon Royval. So Royval was his last fight. He submitted Kai with an armbar. He's the number 7th ranked. Mourinho's the number 2 ranked flyweight in the world. 2 very aggressive guys on the feet, with some very strong jiu-jitsu. I'm just siding with the experience of Mourinho. Mourinho's been in the UFC a lot longer than Royval. Rival's only had 3 fights in the UFC. Mourinho has spent quite a few years fighting under the UFC banner. So I'm going with the pure experience. Mourinho takes the win head-to-head. That's paying $1.50 with the TAB. Next up, Mauricio Shogun Rua versus Paul Craig. Great matchup. They actually fought to a draw in their previous meeting, so this is a rematch. And I just have to side with the striking of Shogun. I feel like Craig's chin is not held up to the past, so I'm siding with Shogun. I'm backing Shogun via knockout in that one. And in that fight, Shogun's actually the underdog head-to-head, paying $2.35. So there's another underdog to keep your eyes on. Caitlyn Chookagian, we spoke about her earlier on, taking the win over Antonia Shevchenko in her last matchup. She's looking to get it going with Cynthia Calvillo. So Calvillo fought on a number of cards with her. Very well-rounded, great striker. But I feel like just Chookagian's size advantage gets the better of a lot of her girls. Her striking and her size. And I feel like Chookagian will get the win here via unanimous decision. She's a heavy underdog in that, $2.90. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. Head-to-head, $2.90 for Chookagian. And I'm pretty confident that she'll get the job done. Mike Perry versus Tim Means. This will be the fight of the night. For me, for my pick. And I'm going with Tim Means. $2.10 or $2.18 underdog. So we've got another underdog to pick again in this fight. I just feel like the technical striking of Tim Means will get the job against the heavy-handed Mike Perry. I feel like he can avoid Mike Perry's bombs and pick up the decision. Then I'm going with the underdog, Tim Means, via decision. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jennifer Maia in the co-main event for the women's flyweight title. Short and sweet about this one. Shevchenko, too dominant. She's only paying $1.05. Maia's $8.60 underdog. So that's the biggest underdog on the card. I don't believe she'll get it done. I would love to throw a couple bucks down on Maia, but I don't believe she gets the job done. I'm fairly confident. Well, I'm incredibly confident that Shevchenko will get the job done there. Main event, men's flyweight title. Davison Figueiredo versus Alex Perez. I'm going with the heavy-handed Figueiredo. I feel like he carries the power. Perez is also not spent too long under the UFC banner. Figueiredo's got those back-to-back wins over Benavidez, and I feel like he gets the job done here. He's just too heavy-handed. I'm going Figueiredo by a decision in this one, and he's the favorite. So a couple of dogs on the card. Get your money in, get your bets in, and I look forward to the fights.